We are at Busch Gardens Howl O Scream.
Callie's first time. Let me see your outfit. Ooh, look at those socks. So, this is Callie's first time at Howl O Scream.
Oh yeah.
Jaden's third time at Howl O Scream.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be so fun. I'm so excited to watch Callie scream all night long. And now my shoe's untied. Son of a
I thought that was mine.
Dang it. So, first haunted house. Death Spotter Bayou. Death Spotter Bayou. That was Callie's first haunted house at a theme park. I think she did okay. What do you think, Cal?
Yeah.
I think she was really scared. What would you think?
It was fun.
It was like werewolves, and they were like crawling on the ground. It was really scary.
So wet over there.
Yeah, look. Callie, there she is again.
I love that. That smile was
Look at them.
psychotic.
She's holding on to him, babe.
Yeah.
Oh, they are precious. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Pretty much.
Well, come on, that's cute.
The cutest. We're going in the shadows. All you see is red eyes. Oh, that guy's awesome.
I think you should know. I think you should.
Ooh. It's very spooky.
Spooky, scary stuff.
Send shivers down your spine. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I haven't heard that much.
It's hot. Hot.
Oh yeah.
He's gone, Cal. Dance party, Callie!
Last time we were here too.
Dance party. You always got to do the dance party. Next up, the Forgotten. Look at these cuties. I met them. They're cuties too, though. I like them. Okay, we're going into the Forgotten, and Callie's gonna go with Gary this time. She's been going with me this whole night so far. Callie, you ready? Jay?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Nana's not. Sorta. Sorta. Kinda. Ooh. Look at this cool tree. So, we're getting a little water break.
Yeah, we're all thirsty. From all that screaming.
We have been on, what, 3 houses?
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite so far?
Which of the woods?
Which of the woods?
Yeah.
Me too, that one was awesome.
My least favorite one was Death Spotter Bayou, but I still like it. But it's my least favorite one.
I think it scared her a lot.
Yeah.
How are you, Jay? What was your favorite house so far?
Which of the woods?
Same.
Same.
Favorite house?
So which one?
Yeah, all of us said the same.
Which of the woods?
You're in a rave, Jaden. Woo! Oh, Mom, get it. Oh, Mom's shaking her butt. We're at the Blood Bar. We're getting a souvenir cup.
All the bartenders will be.
And we're getting Vampire Crush and Witch's Brew. Vampire Crush, I don't really know what's in it.
Your pumpkin drink.
And it's tequila, orange juice, ginger, strawberry, something else. And it came with cool teeth. I want to put them on.
Yeah.
And the flashing cup.
I got it.
We have a souvenir cup, which is an extra $4. Mine is Witch's Brew.
Yeah.
Inspired by Witch of the Woods House. It's got vodka, blue curacao, grenadine, and cranberry juice. It's pretty good.
Out of the two, this Gary's is much better.
What
This has
is
a
it?
weird
Grape juice?
aftertaste. You can definitely taste the ginger in this one.
It's got cranberry juice in it.
It has a funky aftertaste.
Just live bait.
I love this Scare Zone. Ooh.
Chasing after Callie.
Wow.
Now they'll come back through the other way.
Okay, we're going into Deadly Toys.
Dudley Toys have chainsaws.
Oh no.
Oh, that's strong.
Oh, that smells great.
Over here, you want me to?
I got it. It smells like sewage.
Dudley
Look at this guy, Callie. Oh no, there's a giant teddy bear.
Deadly Toys.
Oh, he looks very deadly. He says no hugs. Don't hug him. We won't hug you, I promise.
I saw her, but I didn't touch
You
her.
did?
I saw her, but I didn't touch her.
Oh no.
Funny stuff, bro.
Oh God! Thank you. I like having the camera because they attack me. It's awesome. That was fun. Was that fun?
Yeah.
That was fun. What do you guys think of Residence?
Yeah, I liked it.
I thought it was the theming and everything of it was really cool, but we didn't really get a lot of. Me and Callie went first. We didn't really get a lot of jump scares.
Yeah.
Next scare zone. Little Nightmares. Oh God. Ooh, they're like throwing things at us. Callie, did you see that? Oh! I dare you to go get a picture. With your brother. This scare zone's called the Shortcut. I don't know, there's nothing in here. Oh, there's someone in. Ooh! Callie, that. Oh, nuns. This is terrifying. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you want your picture, guys? Guys, we should do our pic. Our scare zone is voodoo. That's a very spooky tree. Cell block zombies.
I'm scared.
Callie, we just did cell block zombies. How cool is that?
It was so cool, but really scary.
Yeah, Callie and I walked together on this one. There was the biggest guys in there I've ever seen. They were terrifying.
Yeah, we walked past this big guy, and then he came up behind us and scared Mom, and then Mom scared me.
Yeah.
Me.
He scared us, and then he came up behind us and scared us again. And there was one guy who looked like he was like breaking bars, like cell block bars.
And then I screamed, "Don't kill me!"
Callie was like, "Don't kill me, don't eat me." It was hilarious. These kiddos are going on Cobra's Curse. What an awesome night. We got on Cobra's Curse. Oh.
It was so funny because when we got off the ride, me and Jaden were like, if you heard anyone screaming at the top of the runs, it was us. Mom was like, we thought we heard you guys screaming or something like that.
Yeah, it was so loud. It was so loud. I was like, no way is that the kids. And it was.
I said, that's probably Callie, and
'Cause it
Jess
was-
said, that's not Callie.
Because me and Jaden were both screaming, so it made it sound louder than actually.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Everyone's entitled to one good scare. But this is Little Nightmares. I love the scare zone. They're awesome.
The guy had barf all over him. Did you see him?
She's following me. Oh, Mom.
He's close.
I play doll.
This was our favorite haunted house, so we're going in again. It's called the Junkyard.
Stop staring at me!
I didn't even see him. Yeah. Oh, Callie!
Haunted house.
It's freaking
I
awesome.
think I got me last time in the air.
This scare zone really is like a haunted house. Whoa! It really is like a haunted house. Like, it's incredible.
So, the vibe I get from that scare zone is Mad Max. The Mad Max movie,
Oh, yeah.
Fury Road. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but
I feel
that's
you.
the vibe I get from that
Yeah.
scare zone. It's so fun.
Now that we're home, we wanted to kind of go through a list of what our favorite houses and scare zones were. The usual price for Howl O Scream is $41.99 a ticket. We actually got a nice deal on Friday the 13th in August when we bought our tickets, and we got a 4-pack for $100, which was a pretty good deal at the time. We did decide to get the front of the line Fear Pass, which for our night, we went on a Friday night, it was $109 a person. It can vary, so I think if you go on a Thursday, it's a little bit cheaper. If you go earlier in October, it's also cheaper, or September. So it just depends on the night, but ours was $109 a person when we went. I definitely enjoyed it more having it. Like, we've gone before when we didn't have it, and I think you would be able to do everything, but majority of your night would be spent in lines.
Right.
So it's just nice having it. We didn't have to feel rushed. Every house that we used it for, we really were able to walk right on.
Like, no wait times at all.
No,
It
the
just
house,
walked right in.
the house that definitely would have had the longest wait time was Witch of the Woods.
Yeah.
That one was a huge line, and there was nobody in the front line Fear Pass. No one.
And when we got out of the house, that line was, regular line was like ridiculously
Insane.
long.
I'd say most of them were probably like 30-minute waits though, like not terrible. If you've gone to Halloween Horror Nights, like that's like a short line is 30 minutes there. So it wasn't horrible for Friday night. I do think Saturday night gets a lot busier, so like hour-long waits.
Later in the night, though, someone did say that Witch of the Woods was an 80-minute wait. We were going to go back
It didn't
in.
seem that long.
Because you can only go in the house, each house one time with your pass.
With the front line.
So we were thinking about going back into Witch of the Woods without our pass. And we heard someone say that it was an 80-minute wait. So we didn't do that.
So
we wanted to just go over the houses, tell you like must-dos, like must-sees if there are very long waits and you don't feel like waiting. These are our opinions on the best houses. Number one, I think we both agree on the best house was Witch of the Woods. It was very unique. It was indoor and outdoor, which was really fun. I've never seen a Howl O Scream house like that. We've only been going for the last 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never seen one like that. It was very unique.
I would say it was pretty long too.
It was
a pretty
really
good
long.
size one, and it seemed like they were separating people and letting them in, so that was probably why the line was so long too. But they would let just like a few people in at once, and then like kind of keep you all separated, which was good because you weren't missing the scares that would happen like with the group right in front of you. So that was nice that they did that, but it was really well done. It had a lot of good scares in it.
A lot of good scares. The costumes were fun. The witch was really creepy. She had like really creepy eyes. A lot of fun. And I think everyone in our group, and I think that was in the video, everyone in our group loved that house the most.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Cell Block Zombies was my second favorite house. I think it was really scary. The guys in there were very big and scary. Me and Callie were screaming the whole time. It was a lot of fun. The makeup and everything was a lot of fun. And the atmosphere was very creepy. There was just like blood like everywhere. And all these zombies were like in a jail cell. Very creepy and scary. But so much fun too. Like it was a fun house.
It was okay. To me, it was like kind of one of the middle of the road houses for me. One thing that was really weird in this house, and I don't know why they did it, but one part of the house they made us go a separate way than the group in front of us, through like this different room. So I'm not sure why that happened, it wasn't like a completely different part of the house. We went through this different room. One guy kind of like was in that room and like jumped out at us. And then like in the next room, we caught up with the group that was in front of us. It was really strange. I was leading the way. That's probably why you noticed. But it was a really weird part of the house. I'm not sure why they did it, but yeah, it was just weird. But the house, I mean, it's zombies. And it's in like a prison, so it's pretty much.
I thought it was so much fun. We had a ball in that house. Callie and I were like screaming and laughing the whole time. It was so much fun. The next house we're going to talk about is Death Water Bayou Blood Moon. This house is here every time we have been. It's just like a different theme, correct?
Yeah. So we've gone. I think one time we went and it was like. Well, it's always kind of like Louisiana themed.
Yeah.
Bayou, obviously, but I want to say one time it was like witches and like voodoo type thing.
Yeah.
But this year, obviously werewolves, which was fun and good.
I don't know if it was because it was our first house of the night that made it so fun or not, but we had a lot of fun in this house. Callie said it was the scariest house, but again, I think it was because it was her first haunted house at Howl O Scream ever. But it was a lot of fun. There was werewolves like crawling on the ground, like popping out at you, which was really scary. I don't like things that crawl.
To me, I actually thought this was my second favorite house, because I thought that there were scares all over the place in this house. I enjoyed it a lot. This was my second favorite.
The next house we're going to talk about is The Forgotten. This was definitely low on the totem pole for us.
It's a forgotten house. It's forgettable.
It was vampire themed,
yeah.
Which I'm a big like vampire person. This was just not it. I guess the atmosphere was very cool. The music playing was very neat. But it was very cultish and bondage.
It was strange.
There's like people like chained up to walls with like leather outfits on. It was very weird. It just wasn't cool.
It wasn't very scary.
No.
Some of the scare actors had like face masks on that were like designed like vampire teeth and stuff. So that was kind of neat that they had those masks on. But the house as a whole was not scary. I don't know, just they weren't really trying to scare you sometimes too. Like
they were just kind of posing.
It was really weird. To me, this was actually my least favorite house. So it just if you had to, if you couldn't do all the houses, definitely the top 3 are the ones that you'd want to do. This is one that if you had to skip a house, I'd skip.
Yeah, I'd definitely skip it if you had to skip one. Not saying that it wasn't fun, because I think that all the houses are fun. Like, you're gonna have fun in it no matter what. But it was just weird. I didn't love the costumes. Like you said, you liked the costumes with the teeth.
Just the mask was good because they have to wear a mask, so at least you can see that they have like their vampire teeth.
Well, some people, like at different houses, they were actually wearing full face masks. In this one, because they were vampires, they were just wearing like COVID masks, and then they had like fake mouths on it. And to me, that was just really dumb. It was just silly to me. The last house, there's only 5 houses at Howl O Scream, was called The Residence.
So we kind of had different opinions on this one. Just give you a quick rundown of the house, though. It's basically is around a house that I guess is like cursed or like has like demons or whatever in it. We went through it the first time. This is the only house we did twice.
Yeah.
So we went through it the first time, and I don't think any of us loved it. It was missing a lot of the scares. This can happen sometimes in houses too. Like if you're just, they're jumping out in front of the group in front of you or behind you, and you're just missing the scare actors. And that's what happened the first time we went through the house, I think. When we went through the second time, I actually thought it was a lot better. I would rate it definitely above The Forgotten, and then kind of right there with Cell Block Zombies for me. Because I thought it was a lot better the second time. We hit a lot of the scares. I liked the like ambiance of the house. I just thought like it was kind of cool. It was well done. I don't know. I kind of liked it. I think The Residence is one they've had before too. I don't think that was
that has been around. I feel like every time we've been there.
Yeah.
The Residence, to me, maybe it's because it's just one that we always see. It just wasn't my favorite. I love the atmosphere of it. I love that you go through all different rooms. You go through like a kitchen, and it's like they're cooking heads on the stove. There's just like blood everywhere. It's really disturbing. There's like a bedroom and a nursery room and a garden and a bathroom. The bathroom's really scary.
One of my favorite scenes, it was in previous Howl O Screams too, is the bathroom scene.
It's awesome.
With the girl.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert if you haven't gone. But there's a girl in there that it's like a bathroom with a shower curtain over it, and you always know she's there, and then she always though like jumps out at you and looks like so creepy, and the light flashes. It's always one of like my favorite scenes though in that house, always.
So I will say that I do love the atmosphere and the theme of this house. It just wasn't scary. It's fun. It's so fun. It's just not scary to me.
Alright, so on to the scare zones. I think we pretty much agree on which scare zones are the scariest and which ones just kind of lack that a little bit. So I'll let you start.
Number 1, definitely best scare zone, scariest scare zone, was a new one called the Junkyard. This house was very cool because it had things from years past all put into one house. There was a house in the past called Hotel Hell. Motel Hell. And there was like a big sign for that in there. It was just a bunch of, junkyard stuff. The scares were so good, and they were everywhere. Like everywhere you looked, there was something to see and someone scaring you.
Yeah. It was probably one of the best scare zones. The best scare zone Howl O Scream has ever had, as far as for the events I've gone to. And then, it was just awesome. There were people all over the place. Like I mentioned it earlier in the video, I think, when we went through the scare zone, but if any of you have ever seen Mad Max Fury Road, like some of the costumes and like the way it was designed, it kind of reminded me of some of that stuff. It was really cool. But I mean, it could have been another haunted house. Like that's how awesome it was. It was. It's not long, like a short condensed version of another haunted house.
Yes.
But by far the best scare zone. I don't think anything else even compared to it.
Because it was like a walkthrough too. It wasn't like an open like scare zone where you're walking through a park. It was enclosed, like you were walking through a haunted house. It was very cool. So it could have been like a 6th haunted house.
Yeah.
Very awesome. Our next favorite house was Little Nightmares.
Just like it kind of sounds. So it's got doors set up, people standing behind it.
About nightmares of your childhood, and it was like paper mache mask, homemade mask type of deal. They were like throwing things at us, like on like bungee cords or something. It looked like they were gonna hit us with, I don't know what it was, maybe like a little teddy bear or something. But it was on a bungee cord, and they'd pull it back, so it was like it was very startling. It was just really fun.
Yeah, I don't think outside of Junkyard, I didn't really find any of the scare zones overly scary. This one we rated number 2, mainly because of I thought the costumes were like really cool.
Yeah.
There were a few scares. It had more scare actors in it than some of the other scare zones. But the costumes for me just like did it. I loved them.
Yeah.
It was just cool.
Number 3 is In the Shadows. In the Shadows was really cool. It was just super dark, and it was just small lights here and there and so much fog. You could not see through that fog.
It was really hard to see. Really hard to see. Some, it was kind of a strange scare zone. Sometimes in at Busch Gardens, they've got like a lot of bushes and stuff where scare actors can hide in. But in this scare zone, they actually had bushes of like shadowy cutout figures, like not actual actors, which was kind of weird. But then they did have some kind of cool costumes where they had like just like glowing red lights and stuff.
Yeah, they were
where you
in
could
like
just see that
black body suits with glowing eyes. So it was like kind of it was scary when they jumped out at you because you literally could not see them in the dark. And then sometimes you could just see beating red eyes, which was really fun.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good scares in that scare zone, me and the kids. It was a lot of fun.
Next one is Deadly Toys.
This one's always here.
Just, life-size toys going around trying to scare you. But it is, it's always kind of a cool setup. Like they've got like building blocks and stuff like that within the house
really
or within
fun.
the scare zone. So it's not really scary, but it is like great photo ops. So we were able to get some photos with like some of the scare actors within that scare zone, which is always kind of fun. But not scary, just kind of a fun one to go through.
It's very fun, and I think that they really they kind of interact with you. Like, I got it on camera, that guy, he was like a man baby, and he had like throw up all over him. He came right up to me and was like saying something, and then he acted like he was like gonna puke. Like, it's just fun that they interact that way with you. It's a really fun house, or scare zone.
Yeah.
The next scare zone that we're gonna talk about is Skeleton Crew.
This one is pirate themed. So I honestly, like, it was probably one of the shorter scare zones. It literally takes place like around a corner. It's not very long. The pirates there though are kind of fun. Again, kind of like a fun little photo op thing. They did kind of like go after Callie a little bit, which was kind of funny. I guess they could sense her fear a little bit, but not much to this one. I think there was maybe only just a handful of people within that area, handful of pirates within that area. So not a huge scare zone. That's why it's kind of lower on our list here, but it's still, like I said, it's fun to get photos with the scare actors and stuff within that scare zone.
I thought this scare zone was a lot of fun. I don't know, I like pirates.
Yeah, it was just so small though. Like it's
through the whole thing, you hear like swords like hitting each other, which was a cool little effect they did.
Yeah, that was cool.
some of the pirates in there, you know, they weren't really trying to scare Callie. They just like would come up to Callie and just kind of talk to her. And it was like a big guy. He did it multiple times that night, and I thought that was really cute. There was one lady that I think Gary got footage of Callie and I like running away. She was awesome. She had like horns coming out of her face and not glowing, but piercing blue contacts. And she was really, really creepy. And then she had like a rat in her hand, and she was like putting it in our face, and we started like running. It was just really fun. It was a really fun haunted house. Scare zone. It was just very short, and it lacked scares. It just wasn't very scary, but very fun nonetheless.
Yeah. The last two we can kind of just lump in together.
Yeah.
Our last two is the Shortcut and Voodoo. I just think both of them, to us, just kind of like lacked anything. The Shortcut was really was nothing to it. There was a little hearse there. That's the one with the hearse, right?
Yep.
Yeah, had a hearse, and then there was a little photo op thing with two nuns standing there that we got pictures with.
Which was a cool setup, but I feel like that was the only thing that was really that cool in that whole scare zone.
There was nothing really there. Not at least when we went through.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we missed stuff, but again, this is just according to us. So you know, you may have a different experience, but Voodoo was very much the same. Like to me, there just wasn't much in it. Not really scary.
I don't remember seeing anything in Voodoo other than trees with lights on them. I'm not kidding. Like, I don't think I saw one scare actor in that scare zone. But again, like Gary just said, it was just when we went. It could be different when you see it.
One fun thing that they had this year was roaming boards, which I think they do kind of a variation of this occasionally. But we've gone to Howl O Scream in the past, and one of our critiques is that there's parts of that park where you go through it and there's nothing there. I think they did a really good job of kind of filling that space this year, where it didn't seem like you were going through long periods of time where there was no scare actors, there was nothing there. There was even one part like over by where they're making Iron Gwazi. There was a guy on stilts that you didn't see, and he just kind of like jumps out at you and like scares you out of nowhere. So I just think that they did a lot better job of having people throughout the entire park this year.
Yeah, they usually do like
good.
the people in the bushes that kind of just like shake something at you, and you're like, oh wow, what was that? And like they're dressed as a bush on the ground.
Yeah.
But they definitely did more throughout the park, like Gary said.
Yeah. So that's our list. You know, if any of you have gone though and you have a different list, by all means, or maybe you had a different experience, I'm always glad to hear that. But we really enjoyed Howl O Scream this year. Callie's first year. I remember when Jaden went for his first year. It's always a really fun experience.
Yeah.
It's always makes it a little bit extra special. This was our list though. We had a great time, loved it. Definitely if you can afford it and you're able to do it, front of the line Fear Pass is the way to go.
Okay.
It's just, there's only 5 houses, so it is a little expensive. I would say even like for us, $109 was
For
a
the
lot of
4 of
money.
us, it's a lot.
So, but we wanted to make sure that Callie had a special time for her first year. So, if you can do it, definitely recommend it. But if not, at least hopefully we gave you our list of the top houses that you can go to, and at least try and hit those off the list. So
I even would say that I enjoyed Howl O Scream more than HHN this year. Halloween Horror Nights. I did.
Yeah. Just HHN is just so crowded. It's tough. It's tough to do everything, but we just had a lot of fun. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you real soon.